Let's read about Srinagar. The rule of Hindu kings in Kashmir ended in 1339 with the last ruler being ललितादिन मुक्ता पीड़म। जो श्रीनगर में हिंदुओं का शासन 1339 में खत्म हो गया। यहाँ का लास्ट हिंदू शासक था ललितादित्य। From 1420 to 1470, the valley came under the rule of King Zain al-Abidin, popularly known as बादशाह। उसके बाद 1420 से 1470 तक इसने शासन किया। सम टाइम लेटर मुगल एम्परर अकबर अनेक्स्ड श्रीनगर एंड इंक्लूडेड इन हिज ओन टेरिटरी। उसके बाद अकबर ने जीतकर इसे मुगल साम्राज्य में मिला लिया। It was during the rule of Akbar only that the district got the striking mosques and gardens exquisitely laid out lawns। तो बच्चों अकबर ने अपने समय में यहाँ अनेक प्रकार की मस्जिदें और सुंदर सुंदर गार्डन्स श्रीनगर में बनवाए। Cascading fountains, bright glower baths surrounded by the panorama of Dal Lake in front of them. The gardens in Kashmir are outstanding beautiful. The unity and harmony of design, innovate use of the site and planting and the diverse mixture of colors, textures and plants import sense of ecstasy to the viewer. The Mughal gardens of Shalimar, Nishad, Chashmeshali and other like परी महल एटसेट्रा फैसिनेट द विजिटर्स। तो बच्चों कश्मीर में यानी श्रीनगर में मुगल बादशाह अकबर ने इतने सारे ब्यूटीफुल साइट्स बनवाए जो आज भी जिनको देखने के लिए वहाँ पे बहुत सारे व्यूअर्स जाते हैं और उसको देख करके मंत्र मुग्ध हो जाते हैं। ओके, नेक्स्ट इज अहमदाबाद। Ahmedabad, the capital city of Gujarat, was founded by Sultan Ahmad Shah in 1411। 1411 में इसको सुल्तान अहमद शाह के द्वारा सिटी का को खोजा गया या इसकी नींव डाली गई। ये गुजरात की राजधानी थी। The city was experienced a number of high points. Ahmedabad city declined within a century of its being established. In 1572, Emperor Akbar seized Ahmedabad and assimilated it within the Great Mughal Empire। और 1572 में बच्चों इसको अकबर ने जीतकर इसे अपने साम्राज्य में मिला लिया। Ahmedabad became an important business center during the Mughal period। ये मुगल काल में बच्चों बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण व्यापार का केंद्र था until the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, after which the Ahmedabad city again began to decline। Okay, next is Surat। Surat rose to prominence in the Mughal period and in case of intertwined fortunes declined with the decline of the Mughals। Before Surat rose in the early 17th century, Bombay was the premier port in western India. It had become an important interport as early as the 10th century, as during the Gujarat Sultanate was the site of considerable traffic in goods and commodities. It was also home to merchant communities of diverse regions and ethnic cities। तो बच्चों सूरत जो था ये भी मुगलों के समय व्यापार का बहुत बड़ा केंद्र था। The Mughal annexation of Gujarat in 1572 facilitated some diversion in trade routes, which might have also contributed to the emergence of Surat। Following the annexation, the merchant preferred Agra, Burhanpur, Surat route to Agra, Ahmedabad via Ajmer route for transporting mercantiles to western India। Okay, next is Dhaka। Dhaka and Jahangirnagar in the capital city of Bangladesh and principal city of Dhaka district. After the Sena dynasty, Dhaka was successively ruled by the Turkis and Pashtuns governors descending from the Delhi Sultanate before the arrival of the Mughals in 1608. The development of townships and significant growth in population came as the city was proclaimed the capital of Bengal under the Mughal rule in 1608. Mughal Subedar Islam Khan was the first administrator of the city. Khan named the town Jahangir Nagar in honor of the Mughal Emperor Jahangir, although this name was dropped soon after Jahangir's death. Shaista Khan built Lal Bagh Fort in 17th century here. Okay, students, next is Hooghly. Hooghly is one of the most famous heritage sites of Bengal. The Portuguese settled here in 1537 but were rooted out by Shah Hassan, the Mughal emperor, in 1632. There are many places of historical interest in the district of Hooghly built in the Mughal period. Okay. Next is Patna. The Mughal period was a period of unremarkable provincial administration from Delhi. The most remarkable period of these times was under the Sher Shah Suri. Sher Shah Suri hailed from Sasaram, about 160 km southwest of Patna, and reviewed Patna in the middle of the 16th century. On his return from one of the expeditions, while standing by the Ganga, he visualized a fort and a town. Sher Shah's fort in Patna does not survive, but the mosque built by Sher Shah in 1545 survives. It is built in Afghan architecture style. There are numerous tombs inside. Mughal Emperor Akbar came to Patna in 1574 to crush the Afghan chief Daud Khan. Akbar's Secretary of State and author of Ain-e-Akbari refers to Patna as a flourishing center for paper, stone and glass industries. He also refers to the high quality of numerous variety of rice grown in Patna. Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb acceded to the request of his favorite grandson Prince Muhammad Azim to rename Patna as Azinabad. Okay, in 1704, while Azim was in Patna as the Subedar. However, other than the name, very little changed during this period. Last is Allahabad. Allahabad is an ancient city of India. Purana state that Prayag, or the ancient city of Pratishthan, was ruled by the Chandravanshi kings. People even ended their lives in this sacred land to attain salvation, a practice that has been testified in the accounts of Chinese traveler Wen Sang, who visited this great land in the reign of King Harshvardhana. According to historian Badauni, the great Mughal Emperor Akbar also visited Prayag and founded the imperial city of Allahabad, that later on came to be known as Allahabad. The construction of the Akbar fort bears testimony to the importance of the city that was made the provincial capital during the Mughal period. Okay, students. So, students, read this chapter and search all exercise question yourself. Thank you.